morning. Good morning. Guess where I am? In the tub. So I just watched this video on this woman who moved to LA and ended up joining a yoga cult without even realizing it. She was part of the yoga cult. Okay. The guru, quote unquote, has since gotten in trouble. Yeah. So we have a lot of people who are desperate for spiritual guidance. They're lost, they're alone, they have the vague question mark burning within them. And they're ripe pickings for a charlatan. So if you're on a spiritual journey, my advice as a Supreme Empress High Priestess who's done 2,300 readings now to help my collective through the spiritual awakening to learn about empath narcissist dynamic and to free themselves from oppression. Yeah, so my advice, I did all of that for free. So my advice is, if you find your spiritual leader, your religious leader, something like that, is a big stickler for the rules. We have all sorts of rules. You have to wake up at 4 in the morning. If you don't wake up, no, we're going to take roll call every morning at work. And if you don't wake up at 4 in the morning, and if you don't lie about it because you're an honest person and say, I wasn't able to get up at 4 in the morning, we'll direct everyone to ridicule you. Because we, quote unquote, teach through fear. Teach through Saturnian energy. That is such bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. If somebody who is not a clinical therapist is having you open doors to very traumatic things, and they are not trained in what to do, and they start treating you like it's a fucking boot camp, like it's the military, like you've just joined the Navy SEALs, and you're a fucking pussy if you ring the bell. Yeah. What we have to remember is all of those Navy SEAL trainers are highly educated in the training that they do. They know when the proper way to push the line and to pull back on the line is. These made-up yoga gurus, don't know. These charlatans who lead through oppression. I'm going to tell you something very, very oppressive. And then I'm going to offer you a $200 program to get rid of that oppression. Yeah, that's called a charlatan. Taking advantage of people in a very desperate situation. They're lost. So there's cults at play here. There's all sorts of cults that will do all sorts of monitoring of you. No, go tell the priest everything bad you've ever done. Now he knows. Well, it's up to him. It's up to that specific person, to tell you if you're absolved or not. I hear, what have you done for me lately? Do, 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 do. Ooh, yeah. So if you've been on the desperate search for that thing, you may have invested some money into some programs. In hindsight, you may come to understand whatever group you are in uses propaganda, uses religious oppression, dogma, all sorts of things like that. Just understand, you were a victim of that one situation that one time. It doesn't define you, and you're not gullible and stupid. No, you had a top-level narcissist see you as a mark, and they fleeced you. That's all there is to it. Yeah. Now, it's okay to pay for seminars, classes, services. There's nothing wrong with that. But if people instill fear in you, so you buy those classes and services, if they stir up pots of things that they are not prepared to guide, that's when they're using you. So my advice is to really think about the concept of the Ace of Cups, about the Holy Grail, about finding self-love. That's what you are desperately searching for, is self-love. And you can find the self-love with all sorts of help from all sorts of people. So if somebody ever tells you it's either me or them, yeah, don't talk to them. They're a depressive, they're a suppressive, they're a whatever the word they have for it. They're not part of our stuck-up club. Yeah. That's a big red flag. And if you've been invested in something for many, many years, and they've taken a lot of money from you, you still have the vague question mark. You are living in fear that if your leaders find out something negative of you, you will be ostracized. Yeah, that's a community you're not supposed to be part of. Spirit doesn't want you any part of that. And stop wasting your money, darlings. If they're leading through fear, if they're leading through shame, they're using you for their charlatan escapade here. There are other light workers, there are other people who do offer classes, services for a fee. Yeah, but they guide with a guiding light, I hear. They guide with a higher vibration. They don't manipulate you to make you feel paranoid so they can fleece you. They actually help you release the paranoia. So really, Spirit's asking you, if you're doing what you consider the work, ask yourself, when I leave here, am I feeling worse or better than when I arrived? And if they're telling me stuff like we're doing serious shadow work, or we're clearing whatever it is, and they're doing it to make you feel bad, making you cry, making you use clinical terms like a clinical therapist may, yeah, that person is not trained properly. All they're trained in is how to be a charlatan. So Spirit really wants you to honestly look, and some people it's an ego test, because if you've invested a lot of money into things. So I'm not part of the David Lynch Foundation, but I have done different research. I just don't live anywhere nearby there. Done different research. That's a great foundation to join up. Those are people that are trying to help you get to a higher vibration through positive ascension. I don't have any sort of affiliation, kickback, or anything saying this. It's just as an energy worker, I can see people's intentions. And in every business, the bigger the business, the more chance they are to get narcissistic people within the community. It's just facts of life. But there's a good business will have all sorts of people keeping eyes on situations and making sure everybody is ascending in the highest vibration and not getting bullied into quote unquote ascending and spending all their money. So there you go, darlings. There's going to be a wonderful story. A woman who explains how she got duped, how she got taken advantage of. She's clearly a super empath, and a narcissist clearly saw her as a mark and worked her until there was nothing left to take from her. and shamed her the whole time. So Spirit wants you to watch that and just kind of be aware. Like she said, she had no idea she was in a cult. Even when she quit, she thought, this is a bad job. I fucking quit. But in hindsight and in doing research, it's a cult. All right. So there's your advice. Free of charge, darlings. Free of charge.